all begins with pecans grown in Birdall's pecan orchard.
It's pecan.
Oh, pecans.
Those pecans
Perfect.
are cracked by this pneumatic cracker at the rate of 800 nuts per minute.
The cracker is constantly rotating, shattering pecan after pecan.
You know, I think you got the pronunciation right this time.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Those pecans are dropped into a sheller, which separates the shell from the meat.
Next up, it's the 5-stack sizer, which organizes the pecans according to their relative size. Next up, the smaller pecan pieces are bathed. This is to remove the final vestiges of the shell.
Using water is more gentle than, say, using a pneumatic blower.
The water acts like a vacuum, pulling any remaining shell pieces to the bottom and leaving the meat to float.
That meat travels to this table from which it's transferred to a drying room.
Drying takes about a day, so we're picking up the process at these inspection tables.
Antonio loads pecans into a hopper, which outputs them onto a conveyor. This is where factory workers examine the nuts and pull out any imperfect pecans.
Meet Marlon. She's a pecan inspector, and she brought friends.
She's my friend, my cousin, her mom, and my aunt.
Okay, let's get these nuts into a pie. I'm guessing pastry making is the next hurdle, so let's get that over with ASAP.
Actually, no. These guys prefer to buy their pie shells.
We're pecan people, not pastry people.
Gotcha. So the pie shells are removed from the freezer, laid on trays, and pre-baked at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour. A whopping 10 cups of Birdall pecans are stirred into the mix.
The pre-baked pie shells are pulled from the oven, and the nutty mix is ladled into each one.
You know, I'm kind of wondering why these pies don't have lids.
Pecan pie is so good you don't need the breading on top.
Fair enough. Pies go into the oven for 4 hours at 200 degrees. This oven can handle about 50 pies at a time.
The longer cook time on a lower temperature means the pecans stay light instead of darkening in the oven.
Cooked pies are removed from the oven, cooled, then hand-wrapped in cellophane. And stickered.
Those wrapped pies are brought here to the retail store, where they're hand-boxed and sold.